All right, good morning, good morning. Today we are working on a 2015 Cadillac Escalade. Customer states the AC does not work, so went on and checked the compressor and it's not kicking on. So we're gonna go ahead and do the compressor on this thing. All right, y'all stay tuned. Alright, so first when you get started, what you want to do is you want to remove this plastic cover here. And as you can see, they're just little pop-up clips. You're just going to pop all those out with a little flathead. And then we'll do that now. Alrighty, and then once you remove this top cover here, you're just directly going to remove this. I already got it broken loose. Just going to loosen this here. There is another hose right back here. You're just going to push these two pins inward and then pop this right off of here, just like that. Opposite side has this exact same connector here. You're just going to push these two tabs, pop that right off. And then there is a flathead right there to get this off of the throttle body. I'm just going to loosen that up, and then this thing just pops right off. Boom. I'm just going to lay it over here. The rest of the parts. Alright, so now we have access to do this compressor. Alright, I'm going to get the canopy out here because it's pretty hot. I'm already sweating really bad. So give me 1 second. Alrighty, got the canopy all set up. Got a good chunk of shade here, so we are good to work. Let's go ahead and get started. So first off, we need to take off this serpentine belt. It's going to be this one right here. You're going to want to take a picture of that because you're going to need to remember that pattern, which this one's pretty easy. It's just going to go over this alternator, around the water pump, and then it's going to go back down to the crank, back over, around this tensioner, back to the alternator. So that's pretty easy. I'm gonna go ahead and get a screenshot of that real quick. There we go. Cool. And then once we remove that one, we'll be able to get to the second belt, which is behind there, and that is a stretchable belt. So you just got to put something on the front of this while you're prying it off or spinning the crank. You can just put pressure on this and then just pop right off. So let's go ahead and do that. The second serpentine belt, the AC belt there off, the stretchable one. I just used my ratchet here and I kind of pushed the belt going sideways to the back as I was turning this crank. So this was just on there and I was just pulling down that way to the right clockwise while I was pushing the belt back with this ratchet. So I just pushed the belt, pried it backwards and kept spinning, and then it just popped right off. So boom, there we are now. Got it ready to go. I actually don't even got to remove all this. I can just let this shit dangle while I get to this compressor. So now we have the compressor accessible. We can go ahead and unclip everything. Looks like there is a clip right back here, right here. Then there's a bolt right here. This one should be the very long one. And there's a nut right there. So you can see that, there we go. And then there should be another clip on the back side of it, which you probably won't be able to get till we break it loose. But there is another, and then the AC line, of course, needs to be unbolted. It's right back here. See if I get you guys a good angle of that. See if you can see my finger. It's right here. That's the AC hookup down there. This thing right here. So this needs to be unbolted. It's just, I believe it's like a 13 millimeter nut on there. Then this will separate. And that's it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. Alrighty, everybody. So this one was a little bit tricky, that bolt down there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I had to go all kind of assorted type of extensions here. I got a long extension, I got a little swivel head on it, and then I got a 1/2 inch long socket on the actual bolt there. So we just broke it loose, purging everything out real quick. It's not much in there. And yeah, so I'll show you that setup right now. Alright, so this is what I used to get that socket off. 1/2 inch long extension with a swivel, and then a little bit of a smaller extension, and to make it a bigger extension just to reach up to the angle I needed, which was about something like something like that, had to reach. So this is what I used, and it worked great. Broke it loose. It was just a nut on there. Here's the nut here. So yep, I'm gonna put that to the side, and we're gonna keep on going. All right, let's get to these other two bolts down here, and we can get to that last clip. Pop everything off now. Alrighty, everybody, I got the old compressor out. When you pulled it out, there's one more clip that's going to be back here, so you want to be very careful when you pull that thing out of there. I did have a tough time getting this bolt out, the very long one. So what I did, you have to put that pin back in there. After you take it out, you pull it back in there, you screw it in a couple threads just to get enough bite. And then you're going to start beating on that bolt. You're going to beat on that bolt inward. You're going to hit it with a hammer. That's what I hit it with. I'll just ding, ding, ding. And then as I hit it, this pin was moving more inside. I couldn't pull it out because it was too much out. And as you can see, I hit it enough to get some of it to go back in there on the other side there. And then I was able to wobble this thing right out. Came out easy peasy after I did that. So now we're just comparing the two AC compressors here. Set them up the same. Alright, so there we go, there we go. Alright, so we both got the both. Alright, so this one did not come with the pin here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it off of this. Looks like it's a E-Torx. So we'll back that out, and then we'll put that on here on the new compressor. Let's see what else here. We got the pin. The pin is there, so we got both pins. All right. Let's see the clip. It's a little bit longer than the other one, but that's fine. It'll work fine. They both have the 2 pin with the little prong on top. This one has the 2 pins with the prong on top. They match. All right. So clutches are the same. Grooves are the same. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3 grooves. 1, 2, 3 grooves. Yep. Should work great. So let's go ahead and put this back in the car. I did also get the seals for this thing. This is recommended to go ahead and replace the seals on the compressors on these sides in here. So we want to make sure we do that. And that's it, guys. Let's finish this thing up. Alrighty, guys. We got the new seals on the compressor lines here. There's that one. And then where's the other one? I'm going to be real careful so they don't fall off of them. There's the other one there. Boom, both brand new seals on both of those lines. There's that one, and here's the other one. Boom, been replaced. Now let's pop that compressor right back in there. Move these lines to a side carefully. Don't want those gaskets to fall off. And we're gonna aim for this bolt right here, and we're gonna slide the AC compressor right onto that bracket, and then we're just gonna wobble it back in place, and we'll put that pin back in where it goes. All right, everybody, so I did have to put the bolt back in this one, and then I had to tap it in. It's the same thing with the pin. You got to make sure you push that pin in there. So put this bolt in there, get a couple of bites of the thread, and then you're just going to smack it in so that pin on the other side of this compressor can slide in. Then I was able to line this up perfectly. So as you see, got it all lined up. Just plugging up all these clips here and bolting in this AC lines. Then we can tighten everything up, put the belt back on, fill her up. So, all right, let's finish this thing up. All right, sorry guys, it looks like my phone had died. It overheated. I'm out here in the heat and the sun. I just went on and kept going, but I will backtrack for you guys. So basically, I put on the compressor, we bolted it down. Then I just started working back on the serpentine belts. One at a time. You want to work the AC compressor belt on first. It is a stretchable belt, so you're just going to put like a flathead, not a flathead, but I use the ratchet, so I just put ratchet and then put it in that gap over there between this and there, and then I just pushed it over there while I was spinning the crank. It is a 24mm socket. You're going to turn that clockwise, and then you're going to go push this belt while you're turning it clockwise, and then you're just going to watch it slowly jump back on the groove over here on this pulley. And then once you got it on there, you just keep spinning it. It'll line up itself, and then you can move on to the serpentine belt. The serpentine belt, like I said in the beginning, I take a picture of it so you remember the route of the way it goes. It was pretty simple. I literally just figured it out without looking at a picture, and it went on perfectly with the tension. So put that on. Then I went on and threw the cover back on. About to throw on this last piece of cover here, but before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and start it up, and we're gonna fill her up with AC. Make sure there's no leaks. Nice and cold. We're gonna go ahead and change his cabin filter. His cabin filter was clogged up. I'm gonna show you guys the location of that right now. Morning, James. Alrighty, guys. The cabin filter is gonna be right here. This is a Cadillac, so the glove box does not just open. Alright guys, so this glove box does have 4 screws. There's going to be a screw right under here, right there, boom, and then you also got another screw right there, boom. And then once you get those 2 screws removed, let's see if I can get you a better shot. It's right there. There it is. So it is a T It is going to be a, hold on guys. It is going to be a T15. Oh, T10. So this is a T210. You're gonna put it right in there and unscrew these. Alright guys, so on the glove box, after you get those two screws, you're just going to come over here, hit glove box open, then the glove box will drop down like that. There's two more screws in here. There's one, let's see if I can get to the shot here. One, and then there's two. Take those two down, and then this glove box will come right down. Let's go ahead and do that. Just put some of this clip. Okay. All right. So there goes all four screws, guys. These things just have a little clip on there. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna pull this down, these little plastic pieces here, and it's gonna come right down. There's a couple clips that you just gotta break loose. There we go, there's one. All right, now I'm gonna do this side over here. Oh wait, I thought I took the screw out. The screw that I take out? What the hell? What's the screw? Alright guys, so then glove box is just gonna fall down just like that after you get that last screw out of there. And then boom, there's the little honeycomb thing there. That is where your cabin AC filter is gonna be hiding on the Cadillacs 2015 to 2020. These things are very easy. Just gonna grab these tabs here and pop them right off, just like that. There's another one on this side back here. Just gonna grab it just like that. You pull it down a little bit, kind of wobble it to the right, then to the left. And this thing was really bad. I actually checked it yesterday. It had clogged with leaves, dirt, a lot of debris. It was really black and dirty. I kind of shook it out to see how his AC would work. Let's turn off the AC. Okay, so we're gonna turn off the AC. We don't get no dirt in there. And then we're gonna pull this out. And that thing is black. All right, very dirty. Very dirty. It's supposed to be hyper white. Alright, so there's the old one and there's the new one. It's supposed to look like this. This is what it looks like. Customer, I did tell him it was black and clogged up. We recommend replacing it. He said go ahead and grab one. I said it's supposed to look white. Here's the white one. We're going to pop that right in there. Alright guys, and then make sure, just to confirm when you put these in, you make sure that the arrow for the airflow, see how it says, well, let me see if I can zoom in for you guys. There it goes. Airflow is pointing down. You want to make sure these things are pointing down. So that's where the airflow is going. Boom, just like that. Now it is in there. We're going to pop back on this honeycomb cover. And then we're going to repeat the steps here. So we're just going to basically pop it back in the grooves. There we go. There we go. All right, and after you do all that, you're just gonna slide it to the right. Let me put the phone down, guys. And these are all his old parts, guys. There's a compressor in there. That's the old one. There's the wiper blades, the cabin filter, and the new wiper blade packages. Here's his new wipers. Boom, and the cabin filter, you guys saw me put that back together, so we're good to go. Alrighty guys, this thing is running nice and good, ice cold. If you guys have any questions or comments below, just leave them in the comment section and I will get to you as soon as possible. This is the AC compressor, the AC condenser. We did quite a bit to this thing. I also did the wiper blades and the cabin filter. This is for the Cadillacs from 2015 to 2020. So if you guys have any of those models or working on anything, that is how you do it. Please like and subscribe and leave some comments down below if you have any questions. Thank you guys. See you in the next one.